Okay, we're just jumping straight into Velshu versus Ion. That's the first one I was able to find. Let me close this. There we go. In this week's map pool, we actually have Crucible, which is not a map that we get to see a whole lot of. Velshu vs Zion, probably one of the lower ranked matches of today. Actually, considerable damage coming out from Velshu's plasma gun. Ion's constantly trying to get some damage in with the railgun around the corners, but isn't able to achieve a whole lot. It ends up taking plasma bolt here, plasma there. Finally hits a railgun. Velshu unable to reply. Shield comes out and an aggressive push from Ionth, but that's not going to be enough as the heavy gets picked up mid-fight, and subsequently another frag goes into Velshu's favor. Velshu actually caught with very little health. Ionth could come up the teleporter at any point, actually decides to go for the heavy instead. Ionth now nowhere to be seen, but Velshu only with 100 health, no overstack at all, not even any armor to his name. He is at the 3 frag advantage at this point. Comes up the teleporter and just gets absolutely destroyed by Ion's. By Ion's damage output, but Ion's actually staying around for too long, trying to get the damage, trying to get a kill over at the Mega. Once again, just a lot of damage done with the nail gun. Oh, slight movement error there by Velshu, ending up with a frag going for Ionth. There might be a refrag coming out from Velshu, however. He's right around the corner, decides to just jump right into Velshu's face, and that ends up in another frag in Velshu's favor. Right off the spawn, applying aggression, lots of damage coming out. Shield also comes out from Clutch, but that's just gonna keep him alive momentarily. He's now left with no control of the major items. And Ionth is going to be forced to give up yet another mega health. Slight engagement happening over at the railgun corridor. Ionth trying to go for the heavy, unfortunately arriving a little bit too late and also with no health left at all. Just a single railgun shot is going to finish him off. Velshu taking this slowly, trying to set up a trap. Again, I am trying to go for a... railgun shot. Fortunately, does not connect. He is able to bully Velshu quite effectively. Unfortunately, takes a lot of damage in the process, and that's yet another frag right before the heavy spawns. Velshu so far looking very much confidently in the lead. It's just 5 frag difference, and especially with Clutch in the match, it could turn. However, Ionth has to make some changes to the way he's approaching this. Ooh, Velshu almost caught off guard. Is able to pick up the heavy mid-fight. Unfortunately, Ion's rockets just do not connect.
Ooh, nice shot.
Nice shot indeed. Nice prediction on that teleporter. And now Ion. The use of the shield also allows him to get a pretty clean frag and deny the Mega, but oh, the rockets, they connect. And that's an immediate refrag. 11-6, 7 minutes into the match. Velshu able to get some initial opening damage. Mega comes up. Ooh, Ion's almost caught in the corner. Nice Rogan shot, finishes him off. And now he should be able to take the heavy quite cleanly. Ion's not even in position to contest it. Ion is able to get the Mega Health. However, I don't think Velshu's all that concerned about it. Gonna be able to bully Ion from the upper floor. Gets some damage in. Works on that stack. The shield did come out, so the next fight is gonna be a lot easier for Velshu. Ooh, actually a lot of damage onto Velshu. Not a whole lot connecting on him. For him, I mean. And there we go. Ion makes the chase and gets another frag. However, he only has a minute and 30 left. Great use of those grenades. Trying to get some damage in. A single rocket could have killed him. Slight movement error there. That's another kill going into Ion's favor, and he's going to be able to get the Mega as well. However, the rocket damage is considerable. Shield comes out, and just with 40 seconds left, he has to make a frag now every 10 seconds, which is going to be a tough call. Especially now that Velshu's actually able to get a frag himself off the spawn. And at this point, I don't think it's possible for Ion to come back from this. Double rails connect. It's not enough to stop clutch. 10 seconds left. 4 frags in favor for Velshu. Ion even blows himself up. And that's going to be game number 1 going into Velshu's favor. I'm going to ask the guys to invite me to the lobby so that I can actually... cast it from the game itself. Hello, Vilor. Vilo ER. Vil OER. What is this name? So yeah, originally I intended to cast Boom Shaman versus Rom. However, it looks like Rom's opponent Rom's opponent was either... Like, yeah, he just never showed up. There we go, we are in game. Actually in game. Let me hope. Yes. This works. Ooh, it's exciting to get back into production. So map number 1 was taken by Velshu. Velo was taken. I don't know why, that sounds like a Finnish name. Is that a Finnish name? So there we go.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
We are in. We are in map number 2. Ion on Scalebearer versus Velshu's Sorlag. An initial fight coming and both players going down. I was going to say that Ion is going to be able to get the first frag and get away, getting all of the many light armors that exist on this map. Unfortunately, that doesn't work out. He touches the acid and ends up going down in the process. Velshu caught a little bit off guard. Ooh, Ion's making an aggressive push up the jump pad. And Velshu was low enough for that actually to work. Velshu dodging those rockets very effectively and cutting down Ion with the lightning gun. Velshu already setting up for the heavy. Ion is not going to be able to contest it. He is going to be coming through the teleporter, however, to contest the Mega. He does get pushed off, or just a slight movement error. The rush comes out, doesn't do a whole lot of damage with it. The direct rocket connects, but overall Velshu is able to get out of there pretty cleanly. He is now trapped in a pretty awful position, however, and Ion is able to refrag Velshu. 1 minute 50 in, we are 3 for 3, tied game. Again, just great rockets, 3 direct consecutive rockets from Ion, and that's gonna get him in the lead. Rocket jump also comes out, unfortunately unable to actually get the Mega. That's gonna be going over to Velshu, and now Ion's staying around for maybe a little bit too long. Tries to go for some damage, but that was disrespectful play by Ion, if I may say so. Heavy's gonna be coming up in 5 seconds. Velshu already takes a railgun shot, and then Ion going through the teleporter to finish him off. Ion finally might be able to establish control. Ooh, just barely pushes him away from that mega health, and there we go. Ion's stack is now absolutely massive. Again, some rockets, they're gonna push Ion away. But actually, Velshu not letting go off the aggression. going ahead. Ions did not realize that he was able to push Velshu on the second floor and almost goes down due to that. And we have the Cup's first telefrag. 8-4, 3 minutes into the match. Great opening damage by Ions. He is gonna pursue his opponent. And gets another frag. Mega's coming up in 2 seconds. Velshu actually stepping off of the heavy armor spawn point. Ions making an aggressive mega health rocket jump and actually takes it. Velshu was not ready for that. And now there's a massive amount of time before any of the major items spawn. Roll Rush comes out. That's for the 11th frag. Overall, a very high scoring match. Ooh, nice rockets by Ion. And they just keep connecting. Velshu has lost all of his stack that he was able to accumulate from... And the game crashed. Oh boy. And the game crashed. That's a great start. Let me restart real quick. Meanwhile.
5 minutes.
Let's watch it. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but I crashed. They didn't. So let's restream Velshu. I have been getting these crashes quite often recently, and that's kind of annoying.
Mitä? Mitä täällä tapahtuu?
Velshu's actually slowly clawing his way back. Velshu is indeed Finnish. Ion's trying to get some cheeky damage in with the gauntlet, but that's not gonna work. And yeah, slowly but surely. Velshu is trying to close the gap, but does end up going down to Ion. The defensive rockets were not enough. 2 rails connected from Velshu. Might be a frag coming out here. Ooh, unfortunately takes another railgun shot. Misses his own. That could have been a killing blow. I can also confirm that the crash happened because of the known issue with the flyby event. Velshu has 2.5 minutes. He has a pretty sizable stack. And as long as he plays well, he could turn this around. Takes quite a lot of damage, but still healthy enough. Hello, Rob. Oh, yeah. There we go, that's a yet another frag. Sorlag with its mobility. Could work here. However, there's a lot of hiding places on this map. Ion's about to go down. Ooh, Velshu trying to make that push work, but just barely getting that kill. Now 5 frags to even the match, but does get cut down by Ion's railgun as Velshu was trying to go for the heavy. Some slightly sloppy LG, but Ion ended up killing himself. And this looks like it's gonna be map number 2 going to Ion. Okay, let's hope the game doesn't crash this time. Let me switch the thing. Can I do this? I can do this. There we go. Uh, Whatever. But yeah, we already have our first tiebreaker. Ion has a good point. It's weird how Strog's snowman head like keeps. How does it keep being snow?
Prepare to fight. Round begins in
So there we go, map number 3.
2.
Ionth
Fight.
on Anarchy versus Velshu on Strog. Starting out on Velshu. Beaker already comes out. Both players pretty low. Velshu, however, in my opinion, comes out on top of that engagement because he has the light armor to back up to, and he also controls the railgun. Ionth, however, in the meantime, has been able to collect the lightning gun, and he has the rocket launcher as well. Ooh, great rockets by Ionth, and that's gonna give him the first frag. Is he gonna be able to get the spawn damage? No, actually, Velshu spawns in a completely different area. Unfortunately, misses that railgun shot through the teleporter. Ooh, trying to go for a cheeky railgun shot there. Unfortunately, does not connect. The Beaker is out. Oh, great use! Great use of that jump pad. And gets a lot of damage on Velshu from behind. Ionth now, he has inject available, both major items are up. Velshu even delaying the spawn. And despite that, he was able to collect both major items, goes up the jump pad and takes some massive amounts of damage. And actually Ionth has to be quite careful now. Velshu could be railable. One rail missed. One finally connects. Velshu was able to pick up some health bubbles in the meantime, however. Mega's coming up in 1 second. It's up now. Velshu is able to collect it. Ionth going for a very risky move up to jump pad. Beaker once again moving out. Ionth finds Velshu, however, over at one of the corridors with his back turned around, and you can see that Velshu was not ready to immediately engage Ionth.
Impressive. Netmaster.
He does lose out on the mega health, however. Both players exchanging railguns. Ionth looks like he went through the teleporter accidentally. Ionth does end up taking a railgun shot, however he has a lot of smaller items to back up onto. Great rocket jump. Actually runs out of rockets. But that was a great move by Ionth. Really like that. Now Ionth has been able to secure both major items. He has a considerable stack. He is out of railgun ammo. And he's going in very aggressively. Velshu basically left with no health at all. And Ionth didn't even have to use the inject. He's going to be able to use it now. Velshu off the spawn, staying around in the railgun room for a little bit too long, and that's going to be yet another frag going into Ionth's favor. Velshu's able to steal the heavy, and both players end up killing each other. Actually, Velshu ended up blowing himself up. But Velshu has a lot of catching up to do, and it's going to be quite hard against Anarchy and his mobility. Velshu does hear Ionth. Both players trade the major items. Oh, Velshu hears Ionth coming up the jump pad. Gets some initial damage in. Great opening rocket. Tries to go for a very aggressive push, however the defensive rockets by Ionth are just too much for Velshu. Ends up going down. Ionth is pretty low. A stray rocket could finish him off. He was able to restack up. almost ends up being a little bit too late to the Mega. However, Velshu, as he was going up the jump pad, trying to steal it away, ends up just taking massive amounts of damage and going down in the process. There's still not a large delay between the major items. Ionth, unfortunately, taking a massive rocket. He has the inject to back him back up to. Ends up taking the heavy as well. Gets out of there just completely unharmed. That was a lost opportunity by Velshu. Velshu had the stack advantage. He is going to be able to get a kill in the long run, but time is not in his favor at this point anymore. Almost 6 minutes into the match and he has 7 frags to catch up to. It could be done against the light champion, like Anarchy. Nicely done by Velshu. He had the stack advantage and could afford to go up the jump pad. Oh, takes a railgun shot in the back. However, he's able to reply, and there we go. Ionth misses his railgun. Velshu not going for the spawn damage. That's gonna cost him a lot of time, actually. Ionth still left with no armor whatsoever. Does he know where he is? Goes for the peeker. Doesn't really connect. Good rockets by Velshu. Velshu trying to go for an aggressive push, but unfortunately just cannot connect his shots, and Ionth ends up getting a frag. That's gonna reset the momentum. Even though he doesn't get the Mega, he got the heavy, and now he has the injector also. Peeker once again coming out, gets shut down immediately by Ionth's railgun. Two and a half minutes remaining. Velshu has a lot of catching up to do. Goes for an aggressive rocket jump. Ionth ends up taking a railgun, but similar amounts of damage returned by Ionth with his rocket. Fake out? Not really a fake out, I guess, but he does trip up Velshu with the rockets, with the rocket jump. Fight over at Mega. Ends up going into Velshu's favor. Ionth off the spawn, able to collect the heavy. Once again, these defensive rockets by Ionth, they're the saving grace. Another peeker just immediately shut down. Overall, so far, it's just been the superior positioning from Ionth that has allowed him to gain the lead. Oh, Velshu actually just barely stealing off that mega health. But there's just 1 minute left and 4 frags
1 minute warning.
to tie the game up. Rocket jump over to railgun. Velshu, little indecisive where exactly he wants to go. Peeker connects. Velshu cannot afford to take another railgun shot. That's gonna stop his momentum entirely. Finally, a frag does happen. Does Velshu know where exactly does Ionth spawn? Lots of damage coming out from both players. And now just 2 frags with 15 seconds left. Sorry, 20 seconds left now. This looks like an unlikely comeback. Velshu cannot afford to make any more movement mistakes, and he gets the frag in the end, but Ionth is delaying the spawn 5 seconds, and that looks like game. GG's are called. Ionth advances to round 2 in the upper bracket to play against Base. Actually, are the brackets updated? I don't think they're updated just yet. Now they are. No, they're not yet updated. Why are they not updated? There we go. Now they're updated. So let's take a look at what happened in the other parts of the bracket. Pepco versus Mikey. Pepco won 2-0. Shaman unfortunately had to forfeit. Apparently at the very last minute, yeah, he had some real life commitments to attend to. So Rome is going to be playing against Pepco in the upper bracket round 2. Artyomka versus Leroy, 1-2. Leroy advances to play against Celts. Not exactly sure who Artyomka and Leroy is. I haven't seen them a whole lot. Club won against Blamer. Again, Blamer seems like a pretty new name to the Estoty Cups. And in upper bracket round 2, it's gonna be Stone versus Club. Two Estoty guys themselves. That is... It's actually a good question where that font exactly comes from. This is not good production quality, Rob. I had to like set this up in like 5 minutes because okay, for the 5 minutes that were allotted to me, it's not awful, but it's also not great. The font is actually from the game Blade of Darkness itself, which, yeah, I've talked just like for many hours about the game. but that's where the font comes from. Originally, this setup was not made for Quake, actually, so I'm kind of improvising. But yeah. Which reminds me, Rob. Yeah, like the when you're not gonna be available, like is the offer still up to do it for Shaftastic? Or am I spoiling stuff and I shouldn't be saying that publicly? Oh. Oops. Don't worry, I'll delete the VOD. The video on demand. Let me see. The base has joined the lobby. I don't see... They are probably making the picks and bans right now. Oh, I see. Oh, no worries, no worries. Very well. We have an agreement. But yeah, the rest of you chat, you didn't see anything. You don't know what you guys are... You don't know what we guys are talking about. But yes, Rob is a very busy man. He's playing volleyball now. And Shaftastic TV, unfortunately, for the past 2 weeks has not been able to run Estoty Duel. Streams. But that doesn't stop me from showing up from time to time. Let me set up the thing. Looks like the players are ready. Look at that transition. Seamless. Map number 1 is going to be Crucible, Clutch versus Strog. That's going to be Ionth playing Clutch and Base playing Strog. This is... yeah, this is... I don't want to be mean against Ionth, but I don't think he stands a single chance.
Prepare to fight.
There we go. We have loaded into the map.
3, 2, 1. Fight.
Gonna be starting out on Ionth. Let's see how long can he hold up against Base. Oh, that's a very cheeky rail angle there. Ion's playing very carefully thus far. Trying to just listen out for Base, who might be around the corner at any moment. That still hasn't picked up the lightning gun, which was right next to him. Picks up the Mega, but it has to deploy the shield to just even get that. Gets reasonable damage with the railgun, actually. Base almost dead. But almost is not enough. First frag going over to base, and I'm not sure, did base actually fall into the lava while he had the peeker deployed? Clutch, of course, being an absolutely massive target. A lot of LG damage coming out, but Ion, nice trap there. That was a really nice trap done by Ion. Right off the spawn, just pick up the rocket launcher. Good opening rocket. Oh, but floated mid-air thanks to the... lightning gun. Both players relatively low. Base, however, has a mega health to back up to. Ion's almost going down in the process. He does get pushed off of the heavy as well. Ion trying to set up yet another trap. He has, however, basically no health to speak of. And Base makes a good read. Secures himself the third frag. Mega's coming up soon. Oh, unfortunately misses that fancy plasma gun jump. Base is in position to yet again set up a trap. Oh, but he misses just like... He misses the heavy by like... a millimeter. Ion's playing mind games on base. Shield comes out, Peeker also comes out, but in that engagement, Ion actually comes out on top. He still has a reasonable stack. He is giving up the Mega in the process. I don't think he knows the timing of the heavy. Gets one direct rocket, gets another pretty decent rocket, but Base just coming in. Ooh, so much damage from the plasma gun. Or the nail gun, I should say. What a railgun. Through the floorboards. Aggressive rocket jump. Right around the corner, just destroys Ion. Ooh, cheeky. Cheeky rocket jump there by Base. Ion absolutely not ready for this push. Goes up the jump pad to try and save himself. But it's just not enough. Now Base is probably just like on a warpath. Gonna be able to secure the Mega. He's quite early to this. But Ionth is in no rush to make any kind of an aggressive push. Actually gets stopped by Base in his entirety. Ooh, nice railgun shot there by Base. That's gonna secure him yet another frag. 2-9, 4 minutes in. Seeing Base doing these kind of slight movement errors with rocket jump makes me feel better about myself. And, oh, Ion dipping his toes into the lava. Taking a frag away from himself. Ooh, actually a reasonable amount of lightning gun damage coming out from Ion from Base right now on... Just trying to get away, and he ends up actually just blowing himself up. May have been intentional just to get a faster respawn. This is gonna give him access to the Mega, and maybe even the Heavy. Ooh, nice trap by Ionth. He's holding up pretty reasonably well, to be honest. Right off the spawn, however, the machine gun against the huge target like Clutch. There's actually yet another frag. Gets shot in the back. Ion misreading where exactly base is going to be coming from. Nice railgun angle. Another one could finish him off. And give... There we go. Takes a lot of damage in the process. And he is vulnerable to a refrag. Good direct rocket. Another good rocket, but... they end up blowing up each other. And base does get the favorable spawn to pick up the heavy. 4 minutes remaining. Shield was pretty much wasted. Strong player successfully able to just back away, but what he's not able to back away from is the machine gun. Not even the heavy machine gun, just the starting one. Good rocket onto the Mega. High frag difference. 3 minutes left. Aggressive rocket jump coming out from the clutch player. Oh, what a great direct rocket. Beakers used to scout the area. Gets a direct hit. Also, Willow, I'm not even sure if I have predictions set up for this channel. I don't know how to do that. Shield comes out at the very last minute to absorb one rocket. Base ends up going down in the end. But he still has 5 frags to catch up. And he takes a massive amount of damage in the process. Base actually gets floated mid-air by the lightning gun. That was an extremely messy fight. Hello, Jacuz. Ion? What? He just rushed base with the rocket launcher and it worked. Crucible definitely isn't the most popular map, and I'm wondering if how much has base actually even played Crucible. The opinion on it is divisive, to say the least. Oof, just amazing rockets by base. A lot of direct hits. Okay, next next map we're gonna have predictions. But yeah, Jacuz, you are probably right in that he's probably not playing not playing to his full potential. You do see this sometimes for these extremely high-ranked players when they end up in kind of a lower bracket game. Not a lower bracket, but what was that, you know? You would not do that if you're playing seriously. But still. Ion's keeping up damage-wise with base, which is... it's still commendable, no matter how you look at it. Right, how do I... So that's 0 to 1. Map 1 for base. And then we're going to be moving on to Awoken, a Visor versus Ranger. That is Ion on Visor and base on Ranger. Predictions. You're right, predictions. How do you... Okay, let me check this. Prediction. I don't think I have the proper setup because it doesn't... Prediction. Unrecognized command. Yeah, I don't think I have this set up. I don't think I have any of the bots or any of the, like, I don't think I have anything set up for this channel. I was never expecting that I would actually be casting Estoty on my own. Yeah, I'm scared. You give Rob too much power? No, Rob, I have not set up like any of the plugins. I've not set up anything at all. It has to be enabled somewhere. I saw it, but I don't know. I don't know where exactly. So I'll do it at some point. Don't worry. Don't worry. We are loading into map number 2, Awoken. I am logged into Twitch, it's just... I really don't want to go through all the setup right now. It took me like 2 hours to set up my notifications for raids and all that stuff. Mostly because I was just like messing around. But yeah, you know, that stuff, it takes time. It just takes time.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
I know, Rob. I know, but it says unrecognized command. Anyways, map number 2, Awoken. Ion on Visor, base on Ranger. Very quickly into the match. Just 15 seconds, we already have the first blood going for base. Yeah, stop being so addicted to gambling, guys. A lot of lightning and damage actually coming out from Ion, and he comes out on top of that engagement? I did not expect that. But Ion's now left with basically no health whatsoever to his name. Tries to get a cheeky rocket there. Base gonna just scare him away with the orb. Oh, great Rogan shots by Base. Trying to get some spawn damage as well. That direct rocket's still connected. No, Rob, it's not like, it's not even like the partner stuff. It's just, you literally have to go into, like, your channel settings, and you have to enable it. Because by default, like, nothing is enabled. notifications aren't like the, you know, like the fancy notifications, the what's it called? You know, the pop-ups that like, hey, someone's raiding you and stuff like that. Like, nothing's enabled by default.
Stopwatch.
Bate's actually unaware of where exactly Ionth is, but this entire time he's been running around with basically nothing to his name. I'll set up the channel points at some point, guys. Don't worry. It's gonna happen. You'll be able to gamble on every Quake-related channel, and it's gonna be amazing. I am trying to contest the Mega. Actually, in terms of damage, comes out on top. Well, that is until he eats a couple rockets. That was pretty smooth by base. The way he went from... The way he went from that lower light armor with that one rocket jump, that was sweet. I am desperately trying to hit the railguns. Even cornered, base cannot be stopped. Oh, what an unfortunate rocket knockback. And yeah, at this point, Ionth has some frags on board, but Base is very clearly, he's like a cat, you know, playing with his prey. Actually, that's a good point. Like, if Old Hickory's not here, I hope someone's gonna be able to cast Moonbeam. It sure as hell ain't gonna be me. I ain't staying up at, like, until, like, 8 AM. Even though this match is a bit of a stomp, it is fun watching, you know, such a high level player like Base just show off his mechanical prowess, you know? Showing off some, you know, fancy rocket jumps. I mean, yeah, Jacuz, you know, you might as well go full force. That was nice. That was really nice. The way he was able to, like, not only get away from the like get away from the low ground, but also just immediately go to the other side of the platform. Ions can do some damage. But just the speed at which base has been able to move around the map. Ooh, he's being very cheeky. Ions can do some damage, but it's not even remotely comparable to the way that base is moving around the map, and even that was a direct rocket.
Stopwatch.
I'm very sorry, Ions people had to witness this. I'm pretty sure that the base's rocket accuracy is like... it's half of what it should be, just because of how many rocket jumps he's been making.
1 minute warning.
I am trying to use same tricks that base has been using on him, but... nope, doesn't work. Oh, that was nice. Absolute pill. There's not a whole lot of players, you know, in this tournament who can even contest. There's not a whole lot of players in the world who can even contest base. So, you know, you put me in this situation and I'm not even sure if I would be able to get a single frag on him. Even if he's not playing, you know, his full potential. GG's. Hello, Crofty. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, that was round upper bracket round number 2. Let's take a look at what's happening in the brackets in a moment. So next up we are gonna... Next up, actually let me transition. Next up we are going to see Base versus Pepco in round number 3. Rome unfortunately lost, unfortunately for Rome that is, he lost to Pepco. He said that both matches were actually double, yeah, both maps were overtime. So those were apparently very, very close. In the lower bracket, Rom is going to be playing against Blamer. Kelt's won against Leroy, who is going to be playing against Stone. Stone reigning supreme over his teammate Klub. Ooh, and yeah, Pepco has joined the lobby. And we have picks and bans happening right now. Let me... Oh boy, but how do I... How do I not mess this up? This is gonna be tough. Bear with me. How do I not mess this up? This is how I don't mess it up. Yeah, this is all heavily improvised. Hell yeah. Transitions as if, you know, I was like a professional producer or something. Pepco versus Base. First map is gonna be Blood Covenant, picked by Pepco. Map number 2, that's gonna need to be a Veil of Pnoth, picked by Base, and if it comes to a tiebreaker, it's going to be Molten Falls. Pepco immediately banning Anarchy on Blood Covenant. Base picking Athena and Pepco picking Nyx. Athena is not a surprising pick at all. Just extremely powerful champion on Blood Covenant. The amount of control you can exert on your opponent is crazy. Nyx has her advantages, of course. You get into a bad position, you pretty much get a second chance, and there's a lot of hiding places in Blood Covenant. On Veil, Base is going to be banning BJ. We saw him in last week, actually. If I'm not mistaken, Base was playing quite a lot of BJ on Veil. We don't get to see him often, but recently he's been pretty popular on that map. Pepco on Veil is going to be playing Ranger, whereas Base is going to be Death Knight. And just in terms of the champion picks, I actually think I do like the Ranger pick a bit more. Gives you a lot more utility. Death Knight's kind of a one-trick pony. You have massive burst potential, but that's about all that you gain. If it does come to a tiebreaker, that's going to be Molten Falls, Pepco banning Visor, Base going for Strogan Peaker, Death Knight, as in... I mean, Death Knight's kinda... Death Knight is, you know, he's a bit of a undead dude. So he's probably death. Yes, Crafty, you are. And I will fully endorse your stupidity. Oh man, I love that emote. The dinosaur. So yeah, the picks and bans have been made. Right now, just waiting for the players to ready up. Base says that he needs 1 minute. Oh god, what was that noise? Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes the pick and ban noise is severely delayed. Which causes a heart attack for me every single time I open up that page. Yeah, Pepco versus Base. Pepco is he is a bit of a... how do you say it, like... I think he goes under the radar for a lot of, for a lot of people. But he is a surprisingly strong player. And I think so far yeah, I think Pepco is one of the few who can actually really contest Base. It's still definitely in Base's favor to win. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that if there is someone in this week's tournament who can actually contest them, it's probably Pepco. Stone is also another contender. And there we go. We are finally loading into Blood Covenant, the first map for upper bracket round number 3. Base versus Pepco.
Prepare to fight. Round begins begins in 3, 2,
Gonna be starting out on Pepco,
fight.
who's gonna be the next player. Picks up the Mega with a considerable delay. Actually almost gets shot by Base's railgun there. Both players slowing down considerably. Pepco, as he tries to go for the railgun, ends up taking a shot. Stacks are, however, relatively even. Well, as I say that, Pepco takes another railgun shot in the back. Oh, is Base gonna come up to jump at? That could be a mistake, although he has all the hooks available, so even if he starts to get punished by Pepco's lightning gun, he has an opportunity to get away. It is quite of an interesting matchup where both players are playing a champion which have considerable escape opportunities. Base actually delaying the heavy armor even more, getting some damage with the railgun. And a considerable gap is going to be established between when the major items come up. Ooh, Ghostwalk was popped by Pepco, and I thought he might be able to get away with that. Unfortunately, stayed around over the light armor. He is able to get a refrag off his spawn, and he's now able to secure the mega health as well. Does he know? He's not going to be in time for the heavy. He should know that the heavy is delayed. Considerable damage coming out from Pepco, and he's on the chase, using a rocket jump, but at the very last moment actually backing off, since Base has the favorable position. And ooh, Pepco is now in a... He could have been in a not an amazing spot. Had Base been just a little bit faster, he could have beaten him to the Mega. Fight coming up over at Heavy. Pepco has been able to push Base off quite successfully. However, Base, even after taking so much damage, he had quite a lot of light armors and small health bubbles to back up himself too. An unfortunate engagement for Pepco. 3 minutes in, game is still tied 1-1.
Lost.
There we go, Base actually gets the second frag. Gets the heavy as well, and looking for a way to finish Pepco off right off the spawn. However, he's unable to find the damage. He is able, however, to find the mega health, and Pepco... Not sure what happened there for Pepco. Looks like he was hesitating to go for the mega health. Maybe had he gone for it, he was scared that he would have ended up going down. Which, fair enough, that was definitely a possibility, but now Pepco's... He's trailing by 2 frags. He was able to get the... He was able to get the heavy. Oh! Nice read there by Base. He heard Pepco using the plasma gun to get up to the railgun. And Pepco, he was just low enough that a single railgun shot was able to finish him off. Again, nice read there by Base. Hearing the jump pad and just immediately going for a What was that railgun? Pepco actually just straight up calling the GG. Crazy. Very well played. Very, very well played by base. Pepco needs 2 minutes before we go into map number 2. But yeah, very well played by base overall. While we're waiting for the next map, let's take a quick look over at the brackets. Kelt is currently playing against Stone. Rome was able to win in the lower bracket round number 2 against Blamer, where he's going to be advancing to lower bracket round number 3. And he's either going to be playing against Ionth or Artyomka. If I'm not mistaken, Artyomka actually was able to eliminate Rom in the previous Estoty Cup, so he's not to be underestimated. I have not seen him previously, but yeah. Mikey actually eliminates Klub. And Mikey's gonna be playing against a Leroy. Celts could be another contender that could go up against base, in my opinion. Celt's performance has been... it's seen some ups, it's seen some downs. But when Celt starts rolling, it's really hard to stop him. Yeah, exactly. Celt has mostly, as far as I know, he's been focusing on his 2v2 game as part of the KeenCon team series that he's going to be playing in with Sirius, I think, right? So, Duel is probably not a priority for him right now, and yeah, he's still a very strong player, despite the fact that he does not play a whole lot of Duel. Our players are ready. Pepco on Ranger versus Base on Death Knight. Map is going to be Vale. Map number 2. Map number 1 was won by Base. Exactly, those $100, they make all the difference in the world.
Prepare to fight.
Especially in Sweden, you know? I'm sure.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Anyways, map number 2. Gonna be starting out on Pepco. playing Ranger. Gets the Mega Spawn. Both major items get picked up pretty much immediately. No fancy delaying shenanigans this time. Some damage exchanged. And base is already setting up for the heavy. Does get pushed off the ramp. The platform, I mean. Ooh, slight movement error there by Pepco. That's gonna delay things. And it gives base an opportunity to deal some damage. There we go, one railgun connects. Both players have their ability still. Pepco, however, is starting to run out of stack. He takes in yet another railgun shot. It has a light armor to back up to. This light armor has already been taken by base. Nice use of the tri-bolt. Pushes Pepco around. Good rocket. That's gonna offset some of the stack that base has been able to accumulate. Ooh! And the mega health comes up just in time. Pepco could have gone down with the flames. And he did not even have to use the ability for that. Unfortunate missed railgun shot that could have finished base off again. Pepco is actually still railable. Does pick up the light armor and a small health bubble. Oh, base actually does not go for the heavy. Instead, goes for the mega health. And Pepco, just completely unprepared, runs into him and takes a massive amount of damage. And that subsequently gets turned into a frag. Pepco able to return to refrag. And base ends up blowing himself up. Tries to go for the spawn rail, doesn't hit it. Not sure how base found that angle. But this is gonna put Pepco in a tough position. He does have some light health. What's it called? Small health bubbles? I guess that's a small health bubble to back up to. Base making a very aggressive push. And Pepco's stack is slowly just fading away. Single railgun, there we go. Finds its way and finishes Pepco off. Pepco gets the lightning gun spawn. And he is able to refrag base. Once again, just an incredibly aggressive push coming in from base onto Pepco, who was not ready for it. Great spawn trap there. Oh, that last rocket unfortunately does not find its way, and Pepco lives just with 7 health. Base must be furious. Just some opening damage coming out from Pepco. He is in a position where he has to give up the heavy, unfortunately. Right now, he's just hoovering up all those light armors that he can. He's gonna end up giving up the mega as well. On this map, you can afford to do stuff like this. Base, however, just coming in. Who made that song? Like a Wrecking Ball? You know where I'm going with this. It's like, this is an awful joke. No, there's not even a joke. This is just terrible. But yeah, despite the fact that base has been firmly in control for the last minute, 2 minutes, he's still one frag away from having a tied match. Ooh, Pepco takes a very dangerous rail, and there we go. 1 tick of LG is gonna finish him off.
Stopwatch. 5-minute warning.
Pepco is still unable to find any opportunity to take the major items. Oh, base doesn't actually know where exactly Pepco is, and that was a nice play by Pepco. Hiding in the corner at the jump pad, and that confused base. You could see that, like, he was convinced that Pepco probably fell to the lower floors. Oh, but right at the Mega, Pepco does not get a favorable engagement. Nice use of the tribal. Decent rocket damage, but at this point base has a considerable stack advantage and he's just able to bully his way to another frag. 5 versus 5. Fivers, as Tones would say. Oh, but base critically low. Pepco coming through the teleporter, but just a little bit too late. Not able to finish base off. And now Pepco left with no armor. Once again, just cannot contest that heavy armor. Massive amounts of damage done by a done by the ability combo. Ooh, but base might go down at any moment now. And there, ooh, what a great orb! Even that rocket, had it connected, that would have been amazing. Both players exchanging rails, and base is looking for yet another angle. Pepco, once again, he's at a stack disadvantage. Oh, unfortunately, just gets absolutely annihilated. Oh, Pepco, in a horrible position, has to get out of there, but both players actually end up killing each other. Good use of the orb, but base gets the mega spawn, and that works out in his favor. More aggressive pushes. Now Pepco being caught in that acid room. Ooh. Base actually just barely hitting what, and dips his toes in the acid and ends up going down as well. That was a little messy. Base was thinking that probably was thinking that he's gonna get a relatively easy frag, but ends up just resetting the situation. However, time is starting to become a problem for Pepco, who only has a minute left. And that's one of the advantages of Death Knight in this situation, is that there's a lot of burst damage that you can do, as can be seen right here. Could have been an amazing angle there with the railgun. 2 frag difference now. Pepco, he's gonna have to make some very risky plays. He finds base, gets 1 railgun shot. Another one could finish him off. Even that rocket could have finished him off. Base retreats back to the railgun room to stack up. Pepco with a massive stack, but he just cannot find base right now. 1 more rail could finish him. Oh, what a great rocket by base. The timing on that rocket was perfect. Pepco, unfortunately, just 5 seconds, 2 frag difference. The tri-bolt almost kills him, but it's just not enough. Well played by base, just exceptionally well played. So there we go. Base wins his match in the upper bracket round number 3. Let's take a look at the brackets. What's the situation right now? In a moment. So Celts actually won his game against Stone. Which means that next up we have Base versus Celts. The Rom is going to be playing, probably is currently playing against Artyomka. The winner of that is going to be facing Stone in the lower bracket. Leroy won against Mikey. He's going to be playing against Pepco. We have... We have... We have picks and bans as well currently going on. Base versus Celts. This is going to be really exciting in my opinion. Base does seem to be a pretty big fan of Whale. Celt's gonna be picking Blood Covenant. Exile, Ruins, and Crucible thus far has been banned, and now it's a choice of Molten Falls or Awoken. Celts opts to ban Molten Falls, which means Awoken is going to be the tiebreaker map.
You have joined the struggle.
Ignas83, thank you for the follow. Actually, on this Steam, I don't even have the notifications set up. So this is this is how improvisational this stream is today. I was just completely not ready, but oh well. Velopnath, whatever. I'll never understand how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. Base banning Strogenpeaker. Celts is known to play quite a lot of the faster champions, whether that be, you know, Slash or Athena or stuff like that. Anarchy is also a Celts favorite. So not surprising to see base banning Strogenpeaker. Overall, just an extremely strong champion. Epics, is the shouting like part of the pronunciation? Base replying with picking Ranger. It's up to the speaker, I see. Because when I sneeze, like, ooh, everybody in, like, my neighbors, my co-workers, my family, who actually live, like, in a completely different city. Oh, everybody hears it. So when I sneeze, you know. Pronounced like cough. Maybe. I don't know. But it doesn't make sense. The English language does not make sense. There is an A in the word, and you pronounce it as an O. You guys gotta be kidding me. Blood Covenant. Celts banning Clutch, base picking Athena again. Actually surprised to see that Celts did not ban Athena. Maybe he was hoping to play Athena himself. But yeah, just overall extremely versatile champion on Blood Covenant. But still, will be exciting to see. Will be exciting to see Celts playing Slash, the cutest champion in the game. Fight me. Moth rhymes on Goth. But it still doesn't make sense. Because when you say... Like, when you say Goth, the emphasis is kind of on, like, the O part. Whereas when you say Pnoth, like, the emphasis is on the P, the plosive part of the word. So, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like... I'm then again, like, you know, I'm not an Elder God or an Elder God cultist, you know, like, what do I know? Maybe I just do not possess the necessary skills to pronounce such big words, you know? What do I know? So yeah, if it comes down to a tiebreaker, there's gonna be a Vulcan, base banning Nyx, Celts picking Doomslayer, which is pretty much just Nyx without the invisibility part, kinda. Who is what? Jesus Christ, Rob, could you like... That's another name I just cannot pronounce. I'm so... Horix. Harix? Horix? Horwonix? Man. Don't... Oh my god. This is too much for my brains, you know, guys. But there we go. The picks and bans have been made. Base is gonna be playing BJ Blazkowicz on Evoken against Celts' Doomslayer. The Russian guys in the lobby are talking about something in Russian. Still don't know it. Also, I forgot to change the thing. Round number 4. Fancy transition. Celts is ready. Base is ready. Are you guys ready? Boom! Oh god, I'm slightly dying here. Boom! Yes, of course. You can only pronounce Pnoth when you're... Excuse me. Yeah, you can only pronounce that when you're dying. Slowly. Slowly, but at an elevated pace. What was the hero from Skyrim called? I have no idea. I've never played Skyrim. I'm not a big fan of Bethesda games. Moth rhymes on cough. What? That's actually like because you know, like Tower of Cough. It kind of rhymes with like cough. I mean, yeah, like not really. Like Quake Champions isn't really a Bethesda game. It's like there's a difference, you know, between the publisher being Bethesda and the developer being Bethesda. And, you know, you generally do not associate... You don't generally associate the company Bethesda with
Round begins in
Quake. You associate them with their RPGs.
1. Fight.
Anyways. You get what I mean. You're being pedantic again. Gonna be starting out on Celt, who's right now trying to do... I'm not exactly sure what. That the use of that teleporter was very risky. He could have taken a massive amount of damage there from base, and actually, this entire time, Celt didn't achieve a whole lot. Went for a rather risky play. And ended up giving up both of the major items in the next cycle. Ooh, takes a lot of damage. Over at the light armor room. At the LG room. Celt's unfortunately just unable to find any damage. Base making a very aggressive rocket jump. Celt's almost able to trap the Russian player with the lightning gun, but unfortunately that doesn't work, and finally the already low stack of Celts has been reduced to absolutely nothing. First frag, 1 minute 50 seconds into the match, goes to base. Orb comes out, just close the distance, gets some extra damage in. Nice shotgun combo. Rather swiftly, that's already a second frag. Ooh, great angle there by base. That was actually crazy. Kelt's now just left with absolutely no health and gets destroyed. Base stopping there for a moment just to hear where exactly is Kelt's gonna be spawning. Nicely done by him. Kelt's is now just gonna, you know, run into Kelt's. Sorry, Kelt's is gonna run into base, more accurately. What? I did not expect Kelt's to be able to do so much damage in such a short amount of time, but actually, yeah, he gets his first frag on the board. Great rockets, and the great finisher with the shotgun. Beautiful combo. He is a little bit low on health, however, he has all the weapons. He has a pretty good position on the map currently. Oh. Oh, no! Base coming up the teleporter and just getting a very swift railgun shot and that just completely kills any momentum that Kelt's had obtained at that point. And now Base once again just getting both of the major items. 5-2, 3.5 minutes into the match. Kelt's left with no armor, has to retreat to the railgun room, already loses all of his armor thanks to Base's railgun. Oh no, that's... yeah, that... lightning gun light armor, it's... this is usually how it goes. You will see a lot of players just completely ignore that light armor because it's so easy to get trapped there. And for Kelt's it absolutely did not work out and he ended up just going down. That's already a 4 frag advantage for Base. Kelt's also does not have his ability right now available, which is going to be a massive problem for Base, for Kelt's, who, actually almost goes down. What am I talking about? He actually does go down, but just barely is Kelt's able to get away. He has the inject finally. Base even used the orb for that. I was convinced that that fight is going to go firmly into Base's favor. However, the positioning for Kelt's suboptimal. Ends up getting refragged. Kelt's is a little bit early for the Mega, and right as it spawns, his kneecaps get removed. With surgical precision. Railgun is a precision tool, for those who don't know. Clearly, it's not a vastly overpowered weapon. It's a highly sophisticated precision tool. And now, once again, just Base on a massive stack. Kelt's is running around just collecting all these light armors across the entire map. But, oh no. What is Base's railgun percent, actually? 70% railgun. Kelt's is able to steal the heavy, but oh wow, even... that was a very risky play there by Base. He had practically no health to his name at all, but had Kelt's actually opened up the rocket launcher room doors, he would have gone down. He would have gone down, and that was the gamble that Base was trying to make. Kelt's just dropping down as Base was trying to get some damage around the corner, and that's another frag going for Kelt's. He completely runs past Base. It was nicely done by him to keep hiding around the corner there. But with the speed that Anarchy has, he was able to find him eventually. Ooh, great rocket jump into a very aggressive push. Can he finish him off? There we go. Relatively clean frag. 3 minutes left, and Kelt's is slowly making his way back into this. Oh, gets shot in the back, however. Thanks to the smaller hitbox size of Anarchy. And Kelt's superior LG accuracy, he is able to still win that engagement. Both players now on pretty equal stack. However, Base gets one railgun shot, gets just barely he is able to steal the heavy, and Celts on the other hand is just barely able to get away. He is going to be forced over to the railgun room just to collect all these vials so that he can use the inject. But Celts is slowly clawing his way back into this. Ooh, he might get caught in an awful position right now. He has to find a way how to get out of there. The LG is going to push Base away. A nice railgun shot, but it takes massive amounts of damage in the process. Luckily for Celts, Base, the entire time, he did not have a railgun. And once again, Celts is just retreating to the light armors. He was able to collect quite a lot of the vials, so that's going to give him an inject, which is going to come out now. Base spitting rockets from above. Very risky plays just from Celts coming out. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. He doesn't have a lot of choice at this point. He has to make these unpredictable plays to catch Base off guard.
1 minute warning.
Some early tribal damage from both players. Good rocket there. Oh, Base taking significant amount of damage, but the rockets from Base are just incredible. That completely, once again, kills any momentum that Celts may have been going for. 2 direct rockets. 12-8. I was ready that Celts is gonna be making a comeback. And shut down in the last 40 seconds of the match. Celts actually just sails past Base. Not even suspecting where he is. That's why you gotta play on 140 field of view. And he does it again. What a game. What an absolute game. The railgun did a lot of work for Base there. At one point, yeah, he was at 70%. And you could see that, like, Celt, he could barely move around the map. Oops. Celts could barely move around the map. Like, as soon as he'd spawn, he would take a railgun shot. He would try to, like, he'd go for what would seem like safe angles, like safe areas to move around. And he would still get shot by Base's railgun. And yeah, Anarchy has the inject, but it can only save you for so long. So yeah, map number 2, that's going to be Blood Covenant. Which, oh, I am excited for this. I am really excited for this. I want to see Celts play Slash. It's always a delight to see high-level Slash. Actually a good question. Has Celts ever won? Has Celts ever won against base? Not just like taking the map away, but like actually won an entire match.
Fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
But there we go. I'm gonna be starting on Celts, who's playing Slash. Ooh, immediately off at the very start of the match, we're already seeing a lot of damage coming out from base with the railgun. Celts pretty close to death. Celts is unable to get even half as much damage as as it was inflicted upon him. Out of the 3 railgun shots fired, 2 of them already connected. Both players now have a full arsenal, however. They exchange the major items. Celts is stuck a little bit in the low ground, and this could be disastrous for him. Good rocket there. Unfortunately, base just had a little bit too much health. Ooh, but nice lining up of the teleporter exit there. The shotgun coming in handy. Celts now very confidently moving around the map, going in for a push. He did lose all of his armor. The heavy is going to be coming up in 5 seconds, however, and he does have the positioning. Base, I don't think he can even contest it. He is going to try and make it there, but best case scenario, he only got the timing of it. Which is still useful, but no real damage was done. There is a 10-second delay between the 2 major items. Celts, unfortunately, just missing these railguns and took massive amounts of damage for practically no gain. Good lightning gun there. Base, maybe a little disrespectful. He saw the rockets. He knew that Celts is gonna be ready for him. And he still decided to go ahead. Celts trying to get some decent damage off his spawn. Gets away just with 1 health. And there we go. Celts was just unable to find any of the...
Stopwatch.
Was unable to find enough pickups on the map to get himself into a position where he can take a fight. Base trying to go for the teleporter damage, but Celts never took it. Celts is now able to steal the Mega, but at what cost? He actually gets out of there relatively unscathed, comes off the jump pad, and oh! Pretty much equal damage dished out by both players. Base is, however, still... Yeah, still very close to death, and it is the Tri-Bolt, actually, which finishes Base off. 4 minutes in, 3-4 in favor of Celts. Again, trying to go for the teleporter damage. Heavy machine gun exchange by both players. Celts does have a small health bubble to back up to. Base, however, is in position to get the mega health. There's just a 5-second spread between when the major items spawn at this point. Oh, well, again, just nice damage by Tribal being done. It's not a very easy weapon to use. Requires a lot of understanding of the map and also where exactly your opponent is. Oh, massive amounts of damage by Celts being done there with the LG, but Base actually almost killing his opponent. And Celts has been able to restack, but pretty successfully. Base now, he has a pretty good position. Misses a railgun shot, unfortunately. Misses yet another one. Base needs those railguns to connect. And Celts just running away. Oh, what a great rocket into machine gun combo. Crazy railgun flick there. Base did massive amounts of damage there. Once again, Celts' railgun just failing him there for a moment. 61% railgun against Celts' 23. That's not what Celts wants to see at this point. Oh, again, just a railgun that fails to finish Base off. Celts, even though he's railable himself, he's trying to go for the risky play, and he stays around, does not give up the Mega. And it works in the long run, he's still able to get the frag. Massive amounts of damage done by Base with the heavy machine gun. It's gonna push Celts away for the time being. However, thanks to his mobility, he is able to retreat back to the heavy armor. Oh, great flick there.
Stopwatch.
This is gonna put him in an amazing position now where he also has the light armor to back himself up to. Oh, he might be able to intercept Base there. Unfortunately goes down to the rockets. But with 3 minutes remaining and 4 frag difference on Blood Covenant where there's a lot of space, this is not a guaranteed map victory for Base just yet. He has a lot of work to do. Celts again just taking a massive railgun shot. Does get a relatively clean frag. But yeah, just 26% railgun for Celts. Celts trying to win the engagement with his superior LG accuracy, but from the position that he was in, especially with the poor stack that he had, just did not work. However, maybe that was all part of the long game. Celts has not been hitting a lot of railgun shots, however the ones that he has been hitting have been just insane. Minute and a half, and Celts realizes that he can afford to just waste the time of his opponent. Nicely done by Celts. Oh, and using the plasma trail as well to make sure that Base cannot contest him. Oh, unfortunately falls down. Takes an unnecessary railgun shot there. But finally, the railguns of Celts, they're starting to connect. Base realizes that with a minute left and 4 frags to catch up to, that's just not gonna happen. Calls the GG. 1-1. What a game. Looked shaky there for Celts for one moment there. But he pulled it back. Established himself on the map. And Kelts is able to contest. The world's best. Which means that we are going into the tiebreaker on Evoken. Doom versus BJ. While the map is loading in, I do want to quickly look at the brackets. Actually, do I? No, I don't. I'm lying. Don't have time for brackets. We'll look at the brackets once this match is done. Because the players are already. Oh wow, that's a crazy tongue twister. Players are ready already. I've always been a fan of the Doom pick on Evoken. Just gives you so much utility.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
And you know what? I'm also all up for the underdog. Well, maybe Kelts isn't much of an underdog, but... still. Oh, great initial engagement by by Kelts. Finds base, going for that heavy machine gun and completely caught off guard. Very start of the match, we already have one frag. Kelts trying to make the best use he can of the Doom ability. Unfortunately, messing up the jump over to T connector. That's gonna cost him his life. Very unfortunate.
Stopwatch.
This is going to give base his mega health. Kelts almost actually killing base. I was not ready for him to be able to do as much damage as he did. However, base, he does have a lot of pickups to retreat to. There is a significant spread between the item spawns now. Nice railgun there by Kelts. That's gonna allow him to contest. Wow! Kelts went flying towards base there thanks to the tri-bolt. Kelts is in the position to contest the the mega. Oh, and despite the dual wield. Despite the dual wield, he still comes out on top. It was a pretty risky play, but it works out in the end. Kelts is forced, however, to give up the mega armor. What the hell is that thing? The heavy armor. Uses the berserk just for mobility. Great rockets, and that's gonna secure him yet another frag. Does he know? He does know the spawn position of base, however, unable to capitalize on that. Base just daringly drops down. Not sure what the plan was there. Maybe he was trying to catch Kelts off guard, but Kelts was absolutely prepared for that. Mega's gonna be gonna be coming up. That's gonna go over to base. Kelt took a lot of damage in the process, had to give it up. Heavy's in 5 seconds. Base is now in position. Kelt, however... Kelt is staying in the middle part of the map. He is able to gather quite a lot of information. He is gonna know when exactly this heavy spawn, and now great rocket into a trap. I did not know that you can even hide there. And that allowed Kelt to get the lead on his opponent. That was a beautiful play. Dual wield comes out. Oh! Finishes off with the railgun. Flashy. And yeah, despite the dual wield, Kelt's unfortunately unable to finish off his opponent before he picks up the Mega. But once again, the accuracy from Kelt allows him to take these fights. 43% LG versus base's 41. He has been using dual wield, that is a thing to consider, but still. Both players very equal on the LG accuracy. But those 2%, that 2% advantage that Kelt has actually been critical in this matchup. Kelt is going to be trying to keep base away from these major items as much as he can. It's a nice railgun shot opener. That another one unfortunately falls down, but that actually works out into his favor, and base trying to retreat over to the LG room to get some armor, get some health, but Kelt is already ready. Beautiful play there by just perfect execution by Kelt. Despite what looked like a mistake, I'm not sure, maybe that was intentional. And now base just has no health. Amazing flick railgun there. Uses the berserk right off that to move across the map as fast as possible. That's one railgun connecting for Kelt. Look like the players are actually in switched positions, whereas previously base was constantly hitting railguns and Kelt was barely hitting any at all. The situation has been turned around on its head. In fact, for pretty much most of the match, base has been without the railgun, and the entire match has been, the entire map, he's been able to fire only 6 railgun shots. Kelt's now hiding from his opponent, going through the teleporter, gonna be spamming the plasma gun preemptively. Good shot, he is railable, however. Base is not very healthy himself, however. He has a heavy armor to retreat to. Kelt gets the light armor. I think he already did pick up the small health bubble. Direct rocket, that's gonna once again significantly impact base's momentum. Yeah, he's still alive, he does get the Mega, but another direct rocket. Just exceptionally well played by Kelt so far. And once again, Kelt controlling the middle of the map. He hears where exactly base is and just slowly and quietly rotates around the map. And base has not even seen Kelt for the last 30 seconds. Base has been controlling the major items for like the past 2 minutes, and he's barely gotten any damage onto Celts. Rocket jump, 2 rocket jumps, but you can't do that against Celts. You just cannot. Not even gonna contest the Mega, just flies by, switches position on the map. Minute and a half remaining. Base needs to make 5 frags to make this an even game. Beautiful rocket into an LG trap. Base calls GG's. And this is actually crazy. Base gets thrown to the lower bracket. Beautiful performance by Celts. Absolutely just stunning plays. Let me see. So that was... What was that? Let's go to the brackets. Do I have to refresh? Like, I have to refresh? Yes. So that was the winner brackets final. Meaning that... Of course, it's all the shoes. Blue... What? I don't know what you're even talking about, honestly. I feel like there's some kind of a in-joke that I'm not aware of. But what do I know? We do have already the next matches picks and bans being made right now. So let me switch that over. So let's see. If base wins this, yeah, if base wins this match against Stone, he gets another crack at winning against Celt. Stone, however, maybe he can get his revenge for previous week's Estoty Cup and win against base to face off against Celt in the Grand Finals. Looking at the picks and bans real quick. Base seems to be really fond of Whale of Pnof. Nah, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry, guys. Base picking that BJ. Stone picking Ranger. I'm pretty sure we saw exactly the same matchup in previous week. Ruins of Sarnath. Haven't actually seen this match on this stream thus far. Base picking Anarchy, whereas Stone is going to be playing Nyx. Wait, is that correct? Is Ruins even in the map pool this week? I guess it is. But yeah, we actually have not seen a single match played today on Ruins. Okay, look, I hate silent letters, so that makes it even more confusing. Okay, one day I'll learn it. Don't worry. It will maybe take like, 5 years. Quake Champions is gonna be superseded by like a new Quake game. There's gonna be like a 10 million prize pool. You'll have like Strengths and Cooler and Cypher and like, I don't know, Toxic competing for the Grand Champion title. And then I'll finally learn how to pronounce Vale of Noth. That sounds like actually kind of a... That sounds kind of like a really weird matchup. Strengths, Cooler, Cypher, and Toxic. Rafa is not even in the grand finals, like, forget about it. Rafa, Razy, who are those guys? Strengths, now that's what we need some more of. Just to show you, yeah, what's been going on in the brackets. Stone was able to win against Artyomka, who eliminated Rom. And then he won against Pepco, which landed him in the lower bracket finals in the match that we're about to see. And we're just waiting for both players to be ready. Base versus Stone. Looks like both players are ready. Just have to decide upon the server. Did base crash? I'm not sure. No, base did not crash. Base is ready. Is stone ready? Most importantly, are you guys ready? Base versus Stone on Veil. BJ versus Ranger. This, I'm pretty sure this is... I don't know, I'm like 99.9% sure this is a mirror of what we had last week. And that makes me doubly excited.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
There we go, we're gonna be starting out on Stone, the Ranger player. I'm trying to go for a pretty aggressive push to contest both major items at the very start of the match. However, he's gonna pay for it with his life, as Base is able to do just massive amounts of LG damage. That's a great start for Base, who's now able to keep damaging Stone and just push him away. Does end up taking significant amounts of damage in the fight for Mega. Stone, in fact, still has well, not anymore, but had an armor advantage at one point. Heard the jump head, tried to go for a railgun shot. Fortunately missed. The Ranger does have orb available, and that's exactly what the plan was. Beautiful combo there by Stone. Maybe Stone would have been able to get some damage right off the spawn, but ooh, these railguns. They're making a difference. Unfortunately, Stone does get hurt in the process, and he's forced to retreat. And Base just preemptively, I can't speak anymore. I'm sorry, guys. Preemptively using the dual wield to just annihilate Stone, and immediately off spawn, Stone goes for that rocket launcher and dies in the process. That's one of the things to always keep in mind. The spawn you get over like below the heavy, it's tempting to go for that rocket launcher. You know, you want the weapon, you want a powerful weapon right as you spawn. Oh, just an unsuccessful orb usage there by Stone. But yeah, you get that spawn and you're so tempted, like, you're so tempted to go for that rocket launcher, but in vast majority of cases, as soon as you go for it, you just end up in a death trap. Base, is gonna be taking some damage from the Tribolt, but doesn't seem to be very inconvenienced by it. Crazy railgun shots coming out from Base. Dual wield comes out, finishes Stone off with the lightning gun. Beautiful LG tracking by Base. That's actually crazy. Just so much damage coming out, and Stone is unable to really contest him. Yeah, he gets the mega. But Stone's... he needs to start making frags. Base just running away, doing damage in the process. Oh, unfortunately, slight movement error from Base made him take damage from the acid. Got caught in a little bit of a corner there. And that gave Stone the opportunity to get a second frag. Gonna get trapped in the LG room as well. As we've seen so many times already today. There are two rooms which are... oh, beautiful combo! Just perfectly executed. And a lot of damage right off the spawn. But yeah, as we've seen, there's two major choke points on this map, which usually... even with a significant stack advantage, you end up going down. One of them is that rocket launcher room, and then you also have the LG room. The two of the more powerful weapons are also death traps. Stone trying to go for a risky play with the rocket jump for that heavy, but Base was able to stop his opponent thanks to the dual LGs. But I guess Stone replies to his opponent's ability usage with some of his own medicine. Stone actually takes massive amounts of damage, and this gonna end up in a refrag. Base, however, just unable to connect the rockets, just barely makes it out alive. Stone is now gonna get the mega. Base even ran out of LG ammo. He only has the rocket launcher and the railgun now. Stone is hunting. Duel LG comes out. Stone trying to get some initial damage, however, it's not working out. Stone has to get out of there at this point. And through the gratings, Base is going to find the finishing railgun shot. But there we go, Stone once again just trying to go for that rocket launcher. Trying to bully his way in. Not sure, maybe at that point it's just better off to retreat back to the railgun. A little bit of a messy fight from Stone, but it somehow works out in his favor. That's one rocket, that's another rocket. Significant amount of damage from the plasma gun, however. The Base is immediately able to refrag. These frags have been going back and forth for like good 3 minutes now. Base completely pushed off with 1 health left. Stone able to claim the mega. His stack is now very significant, and that allows him to just bully his way. Get another frag, and ooh, even though Base had a lot of LG damage coming out there, it was not enough. Stone is making his way slowly back to death, it seems. I can't even keep up with this. The frags are happening so quickly. Again, the dire orb comes out, pushes Base off of the the heavy, that allows Stone to contest the major item. He does get it in the end, gets a kill as well. 2 frags, 2 minutes. Oh, these clutch railgun shots. Can I even rocket jump up to the mega just to get there faster? That's one railgun shot.
Out.
And
Tied.
a rocket pushes Base into the acid, tying the game up. Stone, however, has to be careful. He is still railable, and he cannot really contest the heavy armor. Base has a significant stack advantage. Ooh, no! Once again, that railing. Not sure actually whether that was a shot through the railing or just like over the edge a little bit. Stone taking significant amounts of damage from the lightning gun and gets finished off by the railgun. 1 minute remaining. Stone, once again, he has to make 2 frags. He's already sitting on the Mega. Doesn't get hurt by Base's shot. But Base, he absolutely can play defensively. Just 15 seconds left, and this looks like it's gonna be going into... the first map is gonna be going to Base. Stone is desperately just trying to find where exactly is Base hiding, but... Base is a master when it comes to playing this very defensive style. But yeah, the major items that were actually in favor of Stone. 3,200 damage with the LG. The BJ pick worked out. It seems to work. I forgot to change the thing. That was map number 1 going to Base. Map number 2, Ruins of Sarnath. Nyx playing Stone versus Anarchy on... Nyx playing Stone. What? Oh my god, I'm already losing my last 2 brain cells. They're now in a desperate fight for survival. Stone playing Nyx, Base playing Anarchy on Ruins of Sarnath in the lower bracket finals. I mean, exactly, Jacuz. It's Nyx playing Stone. That's exactly how it works, right?
Prepare to fight.
Thank you, Frostmead. I'm very happy about my crosshair. It is the best crosshair in the game.
Join the strong.
Oh no, so thank you for the follow. Anyways, map number 2, starting out on Stone. Gets some initial damage with the railgun. Ooh, what a flyby. Base had no idea what even hit him. All he felt was a stinging pain in his back. Ooh, nice angle there from Stone. Unfortunately, doesn't connect. An aggressive ghost ball comes out. Base, however, is nowhere to be seen. He's just floating around the entire map at this point. Oh, might be coming out the teleporter. There he goes. Stone a little slow to react, unfortunately, but how? At this point, he has taken control of a large portion of the items on the map. Inject comes out. It's not enough to keep him alive. The rockets are gonna push him off. Stone actually dropping down. Mega is up. Tribal damage comes out. Base, however, just barely making it out alive. Maybe. Nope, not really. The machine gun finds its way. And a great shot by Stone with the railgun. Once again gonna put Base into a position where he cannot really take any fight. Base not even trying to take a fight, just trying to get some cheeky damage, and even that's not gonna work anymore. Base now at -1. Stone. Wasn't even really in a dangerous position. Ooh. Now he does feel danger. Uses the ghost walk just to get away, and finally Stone is actually in a position where he could go down. However, Base misses critical railgun shots and allows Stone to finish him off with the tri-bolt. That was a good run by Stone. He now has a 5 frag advantage, 2.5 minutes into the match. Base is finally going to be able to contest the heavy. So far, that's his second one. He has only been able to pick up 1 mega health. Wait, does he not? I was about to ask, does he not know where Stone is? But the ghost walk was popped, so it was entirely reasonable for him not to be aware of the situation. Stone's use of ghost walk thus far has been
Juice it up, baby.
pretty successful. Ooh. Stone ends up giving away yet another heavy armor. But it's not like he didn't try contesting it. Great angle there found by Base. That's gonna get him his first frag on the board, and immediately coming through the teleporter at a great speed gets him the second one. He might be able to find the Stone. He does. Trying to chase. Ghost Walk finally popped. Oh, great angle there by Stone. That's gonna equalize the situation a little bit. But Stone still on the back foot. Base. He's over at Mega already, but it's not going to be up for another 5 seconds. He does have Inject, so he can afford to take some damage. Both players missed their railgun shots. Base going in. Misses the railgun. He does not have LG either. Just 2 cells left. Takes another railgun shot, which forces him to retreat. Takes another railgun shot. Even though he was able to... He used the Inject, he took all the major items, and they're both at pretty much equal stack. That's crazy. Stone playing defensively. And just doing an absolute perfection at it. Unfortunately, that doesn't really work out. That doesn't work out forever. Does end up going down. Stone was able to get the heavy armor off the spawn, and this allows him to keep base pretty low.
5-minute warning.
He does have this light armor to back up to. Inject is also available. Stone might want to just keep playing this extremely distanced game. Not even show his face until unless he can get some free damage in. Keep appearing behind his opponent. Base is hunting. He does hear Stone pick up the Mega. Maybe that was a deliberate choice to give it up.
Stopwatch.
Base now has a significant stack. Ooh, not even sure where Stone was. Was he like... Was he on the pillars? Oh, and gets stuck in the corner. And that allows Stone to force the spawn and get 2 frags in the span of a couple seconds. Just perfectly executed by Stone.
Stopwatch.
Four frag difference. 6.5 minutes in. An aggressive Ghost Walk comes out from Stone to try and contest the Mega. Base actually takes a direct rocket. Even though he got the Mega, he was forced to use the inject, but even then it's... No, he did not use the inject actually. Even if he had, honestly, he wouldn't have been able to contest Stone over it heavy. Stone unfortunately caught a little off guard there. Ends up going down. But even the starting nail gun, the bubble gun, doing significant amounts of damage on Base, who... Yeah, he's still alive. He's, to some degree, he still has the positional advantage. But time is not in his favor, and he needs to start making frags. 2.5 minutes remaining. Both players have their ability ready. Both players on largely equal stack. Base is able to get the Mega, and Stone is in position to pick up the Heavy. Ghost Walk was used to get out of there. Great angle there by Stone. Retreats over to the stairs. Takes a lot of damage from the LG, however. Stray Rocket could kill Stone. Base, however, very low. Was railable that entire time. And Base calls GG. With 2 minutes remaining. Just very, very well played by Stone. Beautiful execution. Which means we are going to be seeing map number 3. Which map number 3 was Molten Falls, Strog versus Galena. If I'm not mistaken, Molten Falls has also been largely banned throughout the course of this cup. This week's cup, more accurately. So, yeah, this is I'm pretty sure this is going to be the first time we are seeing Molten Falls today. At least on this stream. It may have been played in other matches. I'm not 100% sure. Rome probably played Molten Falls. Both players are ready. Strog is going to be playing Peeker. No, that's not what's happening. Stone is going to be playing Strog and Peeker. Base is going to be playing Galena. Just checking if you guys are all awake. So yeah, this is the lower bracket finals. The winner of this match, the winner of this map even, proceeds to play against Celts in the grand finals.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Starting out on base, gonna be playing Galena. He gets the mega spawn. Not a huge delay. Goes for the very super secret. Not just a super secret, but a very super secret totem. Stone just barreling his way into that railgun room. Actually going for the rocket jump. Takes us quite a lot of damage in the process, but he has a lot of items to back himself up to. Now Stone is going to be confident on what time is the mega as well. As long as he doesn't give Base the opportunity to pick up the railgun, he should be fine. And you can see that partially that's one of the reasons why he's hanging around here for so long. It allows him to use Peeker to its maximum efficiency as well. Otherwise, it's very easy to just eliminate it immediately. Unfortunately, gets kind of caught off guard there. That's gonna be the first frag for Base. Right off the spawn, Stone is able to connect one railgun. That's another railgun. Base has 2 of the totems up already. One more. Oh! He is gonna need those totems pretty soon. Pops down the third one, but Stone actually finds the super secret totem. So no overstack for Base just yet. Stone has actually a massive stack at this point. So even though Base was able to get the second frag of the match, he's still a little bit on the back foot. As I say that, he keeps picking up all the vials on the map, and that allows him to... And there we go, we have the first overstack, the overheal from Galena totems. And that allows him to more effectively contest the heavy. However, doesn't take any unnecessary risks. Tries to go for a railgun shot, misses, backs off and gives the heavy to Stone. Stone able to find yet another totem. Peeker comes out, hits a little bit, but gets very quickly eliminated. We have these little skirmishes going on, but finally Stone actually just... Wow! Not sure how suddenly was Stone able to do so much damage in such a short amount of time, but the aggressive rocket jump... And that's exactly what I expected to happen. As soon as I saw Base going for that railgun, I just knew that Stone is going to be right around the corner to meet him and give him a warm welcome. Another great railgun shot connects by Stone. Base pops down the totem just to keep him alive. Oh, missed railgun there. There we go. Every single railgun shot that connects in a situation like this puts a lot of stress on the defending player. Stone still with just an absolutely insane stack. Base this entire time has been running around with no armor, just 100 health. drops down over to the HMG. Goes for the teleporter. A great read there by Stone. And that allows him to just push in. Finish base off with the LG. Just exceptionally well played. There's gonna be a fight coming up over at the Mega. Base was probably hoping just to get like at least some damage onto Stone. Unfortunately, he disengages. He disengages, achieves nothing, gets shot in the back by the Beaker, and then gets found by Stone. And just barely making it out alive. 3 health in this engagement. Stone is one of the few players who actually seems to prefer the rockets in a lot of the engagements where generally people would go for their lightning gun. But in that heavy fight, that's one of the few cases where his rockets fail him. You don't see it often. Stone once again with a significant stack advantage. But these totems, they're slowly but steadily keeping base alive and allows him to maybe contest the positioning a little more than he otherwise would be able to. But overall, base is just unable to establish the 3 totems for the overheal. Both players exchange railguns, and base not gonna go for any risky plays, just gonna retreat and go for the safe option. Unfortunately, once again, just gets shot in the back, has to retreat. Still railable, he's pretty much forced to drop the totem at this point. Gonna try and hide it in the corner there. Stone, however, with a ridiculous stack. And base is running around with no armor to his name. He is hiding around these corners rather effectively, and if he can wear out Stone's patience, he might be able to come back into this. However, it's an incredible climb uphill. Stone has been very effective at just eliminating all these totems. Once again, base in railgun range. Even that tri-bolt over there could have killed him. 2.5 minutes remaining. What exactly is base's plan at this point? Is it really just to wear out Stone's patience? The problem is that Stone doesn't need to really do anything. Stone has 2 minutes where he can just keep rotating the major items over and over and over again. Base finally getting some armor to his name. 2 amazing rockets once again by Stone, and base is yet again left with nothing. 10 health. For the vast majority of the map, base has been at either 10 health or 100 health. And it's just been going in cycles. Base is going to hear Stone come up the jump pad over to railgun. But base needs to start making moves. He denies the light armor. He picks up the mega. He has a totem available. Now he's rushing in. Gets 1 railgun shot. Stone, he's just running away. He is railable. Not anymore. He was able to pick up some health bubbles. Railgun shot missed. Stone, once again, those defensive rockets that he's so very well known for. Gets the heavy. And this is probably GG. There we go. Base calls GG's. And it's going to be Stone who's advancing to the grand finals to face off against Kilt. beautiful plays by Stone. Just beautiful. Base not in the GF. What? 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 Please explain. What do you mean by GF in this context? Oh boy. This is the big one. It's rather interesting to see that Celts, he has been in the grand finals before. And if I'm not mistaken, it was also actually against Stone in one of the previous weeks. Not the, like, not Estoty Duel 120, but I think he faced off in the grand finals in 118, I think. So it's overall, it's really interesting to see how Base is usually the one coming in from the upper bracket right into the grand finals, and now we have Celts. Stone apparently needs 1 minute, so Celts already proceeded and created the picks and bans for the players. So hello, Sunny, welcome. Hope you're having a great evening. We sure as hell are. The last few matchups have been just a pleasure to watch. Stone, oh my god, I can't. I have to. I swear that Stone was in the previous. He was in the previous thing. I swear he was. Yes, Stone finished number 2 in last week. It was actually Base versus Stone, so it's interesting to see that Stone was able to get kind of his revenge for last week against Base. Oh, Sunny, then you're in for a good one, because Celt is really good at clicking on models. Although at one point, it was Blood Covenant, where at one point he had only 20% railgun accuracy. However, it did not stop him from reaching the grand finals from the upper bracket. Just to quickly show you the brackets, so you understand what's going on. The brackets are not updated. Why are they not updated? Because of my messy setup, that's why. There we go. Rome, of course, being an absolute true champion, allowing people to beat him. Wrong scene. This is the one. Exactly. Where would we be? Where would we all be in life had it not been for Rome and his benevolent and absolutely just altruistic behavior? Actually, Kelts gets a one-map advantage coming in from the upper bracket. He's gonna choose Crucible as the map to win straight up. Let's take a look at the picks and bans. So yeah, Kelt selects Crucible as the map that he wins outright. Stone selects Ruins of Sarnath as the first map that they're actually going to be playing. Kelt, apparently not a big fan of Vale. And Stone banning Blood Covenant. Seeing Kelt's performance with Slash on Blood Covenant earlier today, I do not blame Stone for banning that map. Then we have Awoken, Molten Falls, and if it gets to it, Exile is also going to be played. On Ruins of Sarnath, Kelt starts out with the Anarchy ban. Stone picking Clutch, and Kelt replying with Nyx. Kelt can also, as we've seen, Kelt is he's a very versatile player. We've seen him being able to play very slowly and methodically, and at the same time there's also been situations where Kelt can play like an absolute madman and just take his opponents on by sheer surprise and speed. Awoken, Stone banned Strogan Peaker. Kelt is going to be playing Ranger and Stone playing Keel. Keel, I think... Keel is a bit of a sleeper on Awoken. It's definitely viable. There's a lot of cases where Awoken, a lot of the damage actually comes from rockets that are shot around corners and just so much splash damage, and Keel kind of absorbs some of that. Molten Falls, Kelt's banning Visor, Stone picking Slash, and Kelt picking Athena. That's exactly what I said. Kelt, yeah, Kelt can play a bit of everything. A bit of everything in any style. And the last map is going to be Exile. How do I... There we go. Last map is going to be Exile if we do get to it. Stone bans BJ. Kelt picks Death Knight. And Stone picks Galena. Probably need to fix that at some point. Both players are slowly getting ready. Slowly but steadily. Nyx versus Clutch, that's gonna be the first matchup. What a potentially disastrous scenario. We've seen that, yeah, the Stone, he likes to play Clutch on runes, and generally his go-to thing seems to be just come around the corner, full speed, get a drive-by railgun, and then just disappear. That's been his kind of go-to thing with clutch, at least on Nyx, on Ruins. Although we did see some of that in his match against Base as well, when he was playing Nyx. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. I don't actually have bets on this channel, so, you know. You can just write in chat. Who do you believe is gonna win? We got a Celts fan here. Celts 3-1. Ooh, that's a bold prediction. 50k channel points on Celts. Sonny, I think you're like... I think you've cheated the bank at this point, because we don't even have a single channel point here. So where did you get those 50k channel points, huh? Where did you get them? Tell me. Who issued them to you?
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3.
Well, we're starting. Welcome to the Grand Finals, map number 1. Gonna be starting out on Stone, who's playing clutch against Celts, coming in from the upper bracket, playing Nyx. Stone starts out with some great railgun shots that's gonna push Celts away. Ooh, Celts staying around for a little bit too long with basically no health left, and Stone is able to force the spawn, and that's already 2 frags into Stone's favor. Who said 3-1, huh? Doesn't look like that so far. I kid. It's just it's not even the first minute of the match. Celts, however, super low on health. Stone had the shield up and was taking basically no damage, despite how terrifying could Celts' LG accuracy be at times. Stone now with a pretty sizable armor stack. Celts with no armor to his name whatsoever. There's one railgun. Can Stone find another one? Celts getting some rocket damage in. He's gonna need way more than that, though. Stone now able to secure the mega health as well. Celts actually used the Ghost Walk. Preemptively, Stone also used the shield just to secure the heavy armor. Celts, however, never even pursued it. Celts has been running around the outskirts of the map at this point. A very passive play from Celts at this point. Stone doesn't seem to be in any real hurry. He's just rotating the major items. Does end up following Celts up the jump pad, and that secures him the 4th frag. Didn't have the shield, didn't need it. Great drop down railgun shot. That's already the 5th frag. Celts, he has to start finding those railgun angles. He has to start just doing damage to open up Stone before Celts can proceed and try and go for the killing blow. Kind of bit like this. There we go, well played. Stone still hanging around the heavy armor part of the map. He does have shield available. He's maybe trying to bait Celts into this area. Celts drops down. Initial rockets connect. But not a whole lot of damage was done. Stone is still extremely low on health, and that's going to be the first frag for Celts. Beautifully done. Just very beautifully done by Celts. Those rockets maybe could have done a little bit more for Stone, but hey, they didn't, and you can't always rely on the fact that you'll just out-damage your opponent. Beautiful rocket there, that's another railgun shot, and right before the heavy armor spawns, Celts finds another railgun. There goes another one. Celts is now in position to contest the Mega Health. His opponent is nowhere to be seen. Stone has shield available. That's one opening railgun shot. Stone actually is pretty low on health. Even after picking up that health bubble, he's still railable. Celts, however, with a sizable stack, hunting for his opponent. Unfortunately, just misses that railgun angle. Refiring even. That's yet another Mega Health. In this exactly the same place Stone gets found. And at this point, Stone is just using the mobility of Clutch to just to get away. But a good read by Stone, by Celts, allows him to finish off his opponent. There's another railgun. The railgun is going to be extremely important for Celts' game plan at this point. On a head-to-head fight, yes, sure, Nyx has an extremely tiny hitbox compared to Clutch, but Stone's rockets are just monstrous sometimes. Even when he's not hitting 100 damage directs, they can be so deadly. Stone takes yet another railgun shot. The Mega's not up for like 10 more seconds. And Celts gets the heavy as well. So slowly but surely, Celts has been able to claw his way back into a much closer game. There we go, 5 to 5. 5 minutes into the match. Fivers. We got fivers. Game is good. Officially confirmed. Tones would be proud. Shield comes out and Stone trying to make an aggressive push. However, it does not get the kill. Celts is still railable. Does get away. On the bright side for Stone, he was able to secure the... Oh no! Just 1 health left for Stone. And now Celts, right off the spawn, just barely makes it out alive. Had that rocket even... That second rocket, had it even remotely exploded near Celts, he would have gone down, and there's an immediate refrag. This is also one of the potentials... one of the potential strengths of Clutch on this map is that you have a lot of potential to go for spawn frags, and you also have a lot of potential to go for refrags off of spawn. And we saw Stone do that very effectively in last week's Estoty Grand Finals. Oh no. Kelt's caught completely off guard. He is forced to use the Ghost Walk, actually follows him up the jump pad, but unfortunately just needed a little bit more damage to finish Stone off, and now there's a 3 frag difference in favor of Stone. He has the shield available, he's not very healthy. Stone setting up a pretty good trap there. And now Kelt's once again caught in a very bad position where just a little bit of damage could finish him off. Stone, however, he's low. Does end up going down. Kelt trying to force the spawn. Doesn't seem like he got the spawn that he wanted. Takes a railgun shot pretty much immediately. Hits one rail, goes for the Ghost Walk. Good damage with DLG. And now Stone is in a pretty bad position. He has to get out of there somehow. But most likely he's just gonna go down. The big question is how much damage can he do? He hits one rocket, then blows himself up. Probably that may have been actually a tactical suicide at that point. Not sure, but wouldn't be surprised. Just one more frag to tie up the game. 1 minute, 10 seconds. And Kelts do it. Both players have their abilities ready.
Stopwatch. 1 minute warning.
Kelt's hunting for his opponent. 50 seconds remaining. Stone is not afraid to play very defensively, and he actually can afford to do it. Kelts finds where Stone is. But Stone's gonna hear him. He gets only one railgun shot onto his opponent. And even that was shielded. Another railgun shot. Goes into Ghost Walk. Catches him off guard. Beautiful play by Kelt. However, he is pretty low. He has no armor to his name. He might go down. If he takes the next engagement... oh my god. Oh my god. I jinxed it. Guys, I jinxed it! I was about to say that Kelt, if he's not careful and takes the next engagement poorly, that's it. He loses the game. And what does happen? It's the caster's curse. You're right, Sonny. That was anticlimactic. Caught in the jump pad. Floated midair. The crazy thing is that Kelts was actually doing a significant amount of damage with the LG, even as he was being floated himself. Also, welcome to the stream, Tahayasen? I guess that's Tahayasen. Let me change the score. But just, ooh, beautiful game by both players. Beautiful game by both players is just that last moment by Kelts. I was convinced that he's gonna be coming back from but no. And there we go. We are loading into map number 2, Avoken. Or map Map number 3, I guess? Maybe? Man, these bots. Look, I already have the best viewers. Except you, Sonny. You are the definition of mediocrity. The others, they're amazing.
Round begins in
You know what's also amazing?
2, 1.
The match that we're about to witness. Starting out on Celts, who's playing Ranger, versus Stone, playing Keel, on Evoken. Right off the bat, we have an immediate engagement. Not even 10 seconds into the match, both players going head to head. Massive damage done by Celts.
Taken.
Beautifully done, and finishes him off with the plasma gun. Both major items, however, are on pretty much equal respawn times. Even now, there's like half a second between the respawns. Celts reads the position of Stone perfectly. Both players railable. Celts' railgun just connecting one after another. That's gonna give him already a 2-frag lead. Stone does get the heavy, and there might be a very dangerous engagement here over at Mega. Oh, but Stone once again just destroyed by Celts' railgun. There goes another one. What is his railgun accuracy? 90%. 11 rails shot, 10 hit. Ooh, takes a railgun himself, but nice use of that teleporter. Catches him off guard. There goes another one. 91% railgun accuracy, but Stone just barreling through with the plasma gun to get a refrag. Oh, and he actually finds Celts in the machine gun room, and there's the power of Keel. He ends up taking a second frag pretty much immediately. I'm not sure how many grenades did he dump onto Celts in that fight, but it felt like Celts just immediately melted. Oh, wow. Both players get the kill. In Estoty Duel 121 Grand Finals, everyone's a winner. Not really. Beautiful shotgun blast, and that's gonna finish off Stone. Celts is, however, very low. Might get refragged any moment now. Good rocket there. Celts does have the orb available, either for escape or additional damage. Ooh. Tries to go for a pretty risky play there. Even if he had hit the second railgun shot, it would not have finished Stone off. He basically needed a direct rocket there, which was unlikely. Stone, however, like, eats yet another railgun. So many railguns just coming out from Celts. 94% railgun, 16 railguns hit out of 17 shot. Make that 17 to 18. What is going on? Dear God. 95% railgun accuracy. And Stone just cannot contest that. Yeah, sure, you can say that, like, well, you know, Keel's a big guy, you know? But still, 95% railgun accuracy, that's not something you see. Tries to go for another railgun shot, not able to line it up. Beautiful.
Combo kill.
Beautiful. Are we gonna finish the match with 99% railgun accuracy? No, that's what I'm interested in. Exactly. A mistake once in a while. That's the 1% that he misses. Oh, Stone aggressively just pushing Celts away from the from that mega. Oh no, Stone trying to be fancy and jumping away from the jump pad to get to rail, but instead gets just destroyed by Celts' LG, which, by the way, is right now sitting at 40%. I feel like as the lightning gun was made more powerful, people's lightning gun accuracy actually dropped. I don't know. Celt misses 2 rails in a row. That's insane. Actually unprecedented. Literally has never happened before in the history of Quake. Beautiful, and then gets a kill right as Stone was about to pick up the Mega. Stone calls the GG. Ends up with 88% railgun. That needs a screenshot. I don't know if I got a screenshot on time. Maybe you're right, Vilo. Maybe it's just the fact that, yeah, people are using it more, and there's, like, more scenarios where you can miss. But... wow. The fact that at one point he was sitting at 95% railgun is just insane. "19 rails in a row." And also, hello, Pointy. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I need to update the score. Well over 100, yes, of course. That's like that happens like every other day, right? In pubs. I think I saw a match, it was, what was it? Agent versus, against some guy, I don't remember. I think he hit like 160% LG the other day. I think Rom knows more about that. But yeah. We're going into map number 3. Or map number 4? If it's the upper, like if it's the grand finals, how do you count the maps? Because theoretically one of them is already won. Very well. Then I shall keep counting the maps, as I currently have started.
Prepare to fight.
Map number 3, Celts. He has to win this one map
Begins in.
to become the grand champion of Estoty Duel.
Fight.
121. right off the bat. Again, just a couple seconds into the match, we already have first blood happening. This is gonna be happening, yeah, with Keltz's aim and light champions at play. That tends to happen. Beautiful rocket into a railgun shot. Doesn't risk going for the railgun. Keltz already proved himself that he can hit railguns. No need to show off anymore. Finishes off his opponent with the shotgun. Ooh, actually, Stone catches off his opponent off guard. Keltz was, however, able to retreat back to the heavy armor. Stone taking it pretty slow, trying to get to the railgun. This could end up being a frag. Or maybe not. Oh, but Stone actually staying around. Staying around at the railgun. And right off the spawn, Stone was trying to get some damage with the gauntlet, but once again a beautiful combo by Keltz, and then even more damage on the next spawn. The items are spawning pretty evenly, just 2-3 seconds between the Mega and Heavy. Oh, Keltz going for a ridiculously aggressive push there.
Combo kill.
Maybe a little lucky that Stone's rockets did not connect. Right off the spawn, however, Stone is able to collect the heavy. You don't get to see these kind of fast-paced matches often on Molten Falls. As I say that, Keltz is just having a bit of a philosophical pause about the nature of this bloodbath. Lots of plasma gun damage coming out at the very start of this engagement. Into LG, into yet another railgun finisher. Okay, so far only 5 railgun shots. Make that 6 railgun shots fired. But 83% railgun accuracy. That's 5 out of 6 railguns connecting. Stone trying to get some damage as much as he can, but it's not enough. He is able to push his opponent away. Tries to follow him through the teleporter, but gets knocked out by the plasma gun, which is being spammed at that point. Just beautiful plays by Keltz. Maybe too much aggression coming out right now from Stone. Stone just calling it GG's. Tried to go for very aggressive pushes. 10-0. Hey Vilo, what was your prediction? What was your prediction? Was it 3-1 Keltz? Damn. Actually, can I? Okay. Hold up. I just had like the dumbest idea. Oh my god. Quake champions, please, alt tab. Congratulations to Keltz. He has successfully proven himself a champion. And there we go. This has been Estoty 121. Transition. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, so just like play the music, whatever. I want to do some fancy stuff, but unfortunately, that didn't work. I forgot to refresh the brackets. Congratulations once again to Celts. Just beautiful plays by him. Amazing matches today. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Thanks to everyone who played in today's cup. What do you mean wasn't real Quake? Pointy. Okay, listen here, you. Oh my god, Pointy, listen. If you wanna be like Rom, then you gotta get Rom in this chat as well. But yeah, there were really beautiful matches. We saw a wide spectrum of styles of play, and it was overall very, very nice. Sorry, Pointy, look, you brought this upon yourself. You love aggressive Quake. Well, that's a shame. Because that's not how Quake works. Anyways, once again, congratulations to Celts. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. I've been Leadhead. This has been Estoty Duel Cup 121. Next week I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll cast the next cup as well. I have been Leadhead, yes. I am still Leadhead. It's crazy how it works. I am, no, I'm still Leadhead. Also, welcome Velshu. I don't know if you've been lurking in the background there. Well played against Ionth. Was a pleasure to see you compete as well. So yeah, Estoty duels, they are... Anybody can sign up, as long as you are... I forgot what exactly was the ping requirement, but anybody can sign up. There's a prize pool. These tournaments happen every single week. And you too can get absolutely destroyed by the world's best players, like Celts, and Base, and Stone. And sometimes there's Razy as well. Oh, perkele Velshu. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, this is gonna be the end of the stream. So yeah, hopefully I'll get to see you guys next week. I'll either be on the Shaftastic TV channel, or I'm gonna be also once again casting over here on my channel. Not 100% sure yet. It depends on Rob and his availability. We totally didn't discuss any industry secrets today, but yeah, it's been fun. It's been very, very fun. Worst case scenario, maybe I'll appear as a guest co-host on the Church of Quake. Yeah, on the Church of Quake stream. Let me find somebody to raid. Do we have anybody streaming Quake Champions right now? Oh my god, it's there's this weird guy called Get Gianni. No, the castle is... it's fictional, it's like... it comes from the game Blade of Darkness. I've been ranting about the game for so long, like none of you guys probably care about it. It's very nostalgic for me, but that's about it. Anyways, guys, was a pleasure to stream. Was a pleasure to watch these games. Thanks to everyone once again who played. I'll see you when I see you.
Thanks.